Playland. A vast couple of acres with a few rides in it. From the Corkscrew to the Carousel to the Wind roller coaster, there are a few choices to choose from. But have you ever wondered about the science behind a ride?
Well, I haven't. So let's take a look at the science behind the ride.
We'll start off with the Corkscrew, but first some facts.
The Corkscrew was made in 1984. It had a height of 75 feet, a length of 2,000 feet, a top speed of 40 miles per hour, and a height restriction of 48 inches, so my little brother can't go on it.
The force generated by the corkscrew is the action at a distance force, which means the force acts on an object without touching it. Now there are many types of action at distance forces, like gravitational, magnetic, and static electricity. The action at a glance force for the corkscrew is gravitational, which is where the force attracts the object by its mass. For example, if you're going around a corner at high speeds, you feel like you're going to fly off the corner. This is because the mass and gravity is pulling you that way. The faster and sharper you go around a corner, the more gravity tries to pull you. This pulling is measured in G's. You only maybe experience 2 to negative 2 G's, compared to astronauts who when taking off can experience up to 8 G's.
Here, I'll measure how many G's I'm doing using this super nifty measuring G device. Shoot! I was doing 1 G.
Now it's time to talk about Newton's 3 laws on the carousel. The first law is an object at rest remains at rest unless acted upon by an unbalanced force, which means you will stay still on the carousel until the carousel generates more force than the air around you, creating an unbalanced force. The second law is simply the math equation force equals mass multiplied by acceleration, which means if we measured Newton's weight at 70 kg and times that by the speed of the carousel, about 5 miles per hour, we would get a force of 350 newtons. And finally, the third law is for every action there is a reaction, which means that if the horse you are on is bobbing up and down, so would you. And if the carousel lost control and went completely berserk, so would you. But enough talk. Let's see the carousel in all its boring but timeless glory. And now, finally, here is the law of conservation of energy on the Wind roller coaster. But first, some facts about the Wind roller coaster. And yes, that's what it's really called. Hey, wait a minute. Why is he smoking?
Alright, see?
Yeah,
I just
alright.
got this new ride, see?
Yes. Yes, we know that.
Yeah, well, what's the name for it?
Alright.
Call it
Alright, what? What's it gonna be? Come on, hurry up.
the Wind roller coaster.
That's
stupid!
my God! It'll work. The Wind roller coaster was made in 1958. At the time, it was the largest roller coaster in Canada, eh? But now, it's the oldest operating roller coaster in Canada, eh? It has a height of 75 feet, a top speed of 45 miles per hour, and its biggest drop is 65 feet. But now it's time to talk about the law of conservation of energy. The law states that the amount of energy in an isolated system remains constant. In other words, energy can be neither created nor destroyed, but can change from one form to another. For example, chemical energy can be converted to kinetic energy if you fall out of your seat on a corner off the ride. Kinetic energy you can say is being energy being used. Chemical energy you could say is being energy being stored.
Well, this has been the science behind the ride. I hope I was able to give you a decent amount of quality of information, because I didn't go to Playland and personally have never been to Playland. Yeah, doctors pick the best days to have an appointment. Well, there's something I can still do that I like, which is that.